Charles Bronson took his own life tragically after having a body part removed, pain death. Charles Bronson was born Charles Dennis Buczynski on November 3, 1921, in Ehrenfeld, Pennsylvania, to a family of Lithuanian descent. The 11th of 15 children, he grew up in a working-class environment, which instilled in him a strong sense of resilience and determination. His father, a coal miner, struggled to provide for the family, and Bronson's childhood was marked by poverty. To contribute to the household, he took on various jobs at an early age, including picking coal and working in a steel mill. During World War II, Bronson served as a tail gunner in the Army Air Corps. His experiences in combat left a profound impact on him, shaping his worldview and influencing his future roles in film. After the war, Bronson moved to Los Angeles to pursue a career in acting. He initially struggled to find work and took on various jobs, including as a truck driver and a painter. His break came when he began studying at the Pasadena Playhouse, where he honed his craft and developed his distinctive on-screen persona. He adopted the stage name Charles Bronson to distance himself from the ethnic stereotypes associated with his birth name. Bronson's early career was marked by small roles in films and television, but it was his breakout performance in the 1960s that catapulted him to stardom. His rugged good looks, intense gaze, and distinctive voice made him a perfect fit for tough guy roles in action films. The turning point came with the film The Magnificent Seven, 1960, where he played a gunslinger alongside a stellar cast that included Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen. This role established him as a prominent figure in the Western genre. In the following years, Bronson starred in a string of successful films, including The Great Escape, 1963, where he portrayed the indomitable Tunnel King, and Once Upon a Time in the West, 1968, directed by Sergio Leone. His collaboration with Leone showcased Bronson's versatility as an actor, allowing him to transition seamlessly from westerns to more contemporary action films. Perhaps Bronson's most iconic role came in the 1974 film Death Wish, directed by Michael Winner. In this film, he portrayed Paul Kersey, an architect-turned-vigilante seeking justice for his family after a brutal crime. The film's themes of vigilantism and personal justice resonated deeply with audiences, particularly during a time when crime rates were rising in urban America. Bronson's portrayal of Kersey became emblematic of the antihero archetype, and he would reprise the role in several sequels, solidifying the franchise's place in cinematic history. Death Wish was followed by several sequels, each further cementing Bronson's status as a cinematic icon. The character of Kersey became synonymous with Bronson's tough guy persona, and he reprised the role in Death Wish 2, 1982, Death Wish 3, 1985, and Death Wish 4, The Crackdown, 1987. These films showcased his signature style, blending action with themes of retribution and justice. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Bronson continued to star in a variety of action films, including The Mechanic, 1972, Hard Times, 1975, and The Evil That Men Do, 1984. His performances were marked by a stoic intensity and a commanding presence that captivated audiences. Despite often being typecast as the tough guy character, Bronson's ability to convey vulnerability and depth set him apart from his contemporaries. Charles Bronson's first marriage was to Harriet Tendler, a relationship rooted in their early days as aspiring actors in Philadelphia. Tendler was not only Bronson's first wife but also a source of support during his formative years in the entertainment industry. They met when both were struggling to establish themselves in the world of acting, a connection that likely strengthened their bond during a time of uncertainty and ambition. Their marriage produced 2 children, Suzanne and Tony, and throughout their relationship, Tendler remained a dedicated wife and mother, offering stability while Bronson's career gradually gained momentum. However, as Bronson's fame and success began to rise with his transition into more prominent roles, their marriage faced challenges. By 1965, after 16 years of marriage, the couple divorced. While the reasons for their split remain private, it is widely acknowledged that Bronson's growing demands in Hollywood may have contributed to the strain on their relationship. Despite the divorce, Tendler remained a significant figure in Bronson's life, as they co-parented their 2 children. Bronson's second and most notable marriage was to English actress Jill Ireland, a union that became one of the most prominent Hollywood love stories of the time. The two met in 1962 while Ireland was still married to actor David McCallum, Bronson's co-star in The Great Escape. There is a famous, yet unconfirmed, story that Bronson allegedly told McCallum during filming, "I'm going to marry your wife," a prediction that would come true years later. On October 5, 1968, Bronson and Ireland were married, beginning a partnership that would last over 2 decades. Their relationship became a central part of both their personal and professional lives, as they appeared together in numerous films, including Death Wish 2, Breakout, and Love and Bullets. Ireland was not just Bronson's wife but also his on-screen companion, and the couple developed a reputation for their close-knit relationship and shared passion for acting. Despite their strong partnership, tragedy struck when Ireland was diagnosed with breast cancer in the mid-1980s. Over the next several years, Bronson supported his wife through her long and painful battle with the disease. Ireland publicly documented her journey with cancer in 2 autobiographical books, Life Wish and Lifelines, which provided inspiration and hope to many facing similar battles. Bronson, known for his stoic and tough guy roles, was reportedly devastated by his wife's illness, but he remained steadfast by her side. On May 18, 1990, Jill Ireland passed away at their Malibu, California, home at the age of 54. Her death deeply affected Bronson, who had been married to her for 22 years. Their union, often referred to as one of Hollywood's great love stories, was marked by both joy and profound sadness. After her passing, Bronson retreated from the public eye for a time, mourning the loss of the woman who had been his constant companion, muse, and partner. In December 1998, several years after Ireland's death, Bronson found love again and married for the 3rd time. His 3rd wife, Kim Weeks, was a former employee of Dove Audio, a company that had worked closely with Jill Ireland in the production of her audiobooks. The connection between Bronson and Weeks was reportedly established during the time she assisted in recording Ireland's work, and their relationship blossomed over time. Despite the significant age difference between them, with Bronson being 77 at the time of their marriage, the couple seemed to share a quiet companionship. Their marriage lasted 5 years, during which Bronson's health began to decline. It is known that Charles Bronson has a really lonely life, lacking in love. He has chosen work for his whole life, which has made him unbalanced in life and seriously hurt. Bronson's health deteriorated in his later years, and he retired from acting after undergoing hip replacement surgery in August 1998. Charles Bronson took his own life tragically after having a body part removed. Charles Bronson had to have his lung removed with cancer, which was the source of the diseases that later destroyed his body. He suffered from various health issues including heart disease, lung cancer, and arthritis in his later years, and died on August 30, 2003. Although pneumonia and Alzheimer's disease have been cited as his cause of death, neither appears on his death certificate, which cites respiratory failure, metastatic lung cancer, with, secondarily, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and congestive cardiomyopathy as the causes of death. He was interred at Brownsville Cemetery in West Windsor, Vermont. Goodbye Charles Bronson, we will always miss you.